And hello everyone, welcome again to the Optum Care Community Centers. We have another exercise session, and today we're going to be focusing on strength and balance. Now this is a really great combination because both strength and balance are needed in our day-to-day lives. So what you'll need today is a chair with lots of room around it so you can get some good movement in, some hand weights, and if you don't have those, you could just grab a couple of water bottles or a few cans of beans. Now, go ahead and get everything you need, and you'll meet Chloe back here in the chair. Before engaging in this program, make sure you are in good physical condition and do not suffer from any known disability or condition which would prevent or limit your participation in this exercise program. An examination by a physician should be obtained by anyone prior to commencing a fitness and/or exercise program, or initiating a substantial change in the amount of regular physical activity performed. If you choose not to obtain a physician's consent prior to beginning this fitness program, you should continue at your own risk. It is your sole responsibility to participate in exercises that are appropriate for the current status of your health. It is your responsibility to ask your doctor if this activity is appropriate before participating. This program is not medically supervised, and exercise activities are led by independent fitness instructors or employees of Optum Care. Optum Care Network of Arizona is not responsible for the actions or omissions of the instructors or other program participants.
Welcome everybody. We're going to start seated in our chair for our strength and balance class today. We're going to start with a little warm up, and I'm going to stay seated in my chair. If you feel like you've got a whole lot of energy today, you can definitely stand up and do this instead of seated, but I'll stay here. All right, so we're just going to start marching in place. All right, I'm going to get my arms going. I'm going to try to get the blood flowing a little, get my muscles and joints warmed up before we start working. All right, feeling free to be just marching in place, pumping the arms, standing up also will be fine. All right, so as I'm marching, I'm thinking about keeping my belly button drawn in and up, right, to engage my core. I'm going to think about lengthening my spine up, letting my shoulders relax away from my ears. All right, I'm going to start taking my feet out, in. So out, in. Out, in. Nice job. All right. Perfect. So the next time those feet are out, they're going to stay out. All right, we're going to take our fingers, cap them around your kneecaps, and we're just going to do a little bit of cat and cow to warm up our spine. So we're going to keep the spine nice and long. We're going to exhale, really try to pull that belly button towards the spine as we flex. And then we're going to inhale, right? Think about reaching the heart out and up. Good. Exhale, feel the abdominals engage as you breathe that air out and round. Good. Inhale to extend. Beautiful. And inhale out. Let's do one more each direction. Nice. And find our neutral. From here, we're going to do a little side bending, right, to warm up our obliques. So we are going to take your one arm, and this hand's going to come to the inside of the thigh, other arm's going to reach out to the side. From here, we're just going to slide this hand down as top arm reaches up and over. This is also an option, right, if that arm is unhappy overhead. Good. Inhale to come up, and exhale. So I'm gently pressing this arm into my leg. Good. Only going as far as you feel comfortable. Right? Think about this opposite hip staying planted in your chair, right? And we're feeling a nice stretch through one side of the waist, right? And a little bit of work in the opposite side. All right, and now we'll switch. So again, this is an option if our shoulders are unhappy with arm coming overhead. I'm going to gently press arm into the thighs. It slides down, reaching up and over. Good. Opposite hip is staying planted in the chair. Shoulders stay relaxed out of your ears. Let's make this 2. Good. And the last one. Perfect. Coming back. So we're gonna keep the feet wide. I'm gonna have you walk your heels back a little bit so that if you're looking down, you can almost see that the knees are over the middle of the foot, okay? So stay sitting tall. Again, keep the lobe or the belly button pulled in and up to engage the core, right? And I want you to just start pressing your feet into the floor. It's this little isometric contraction. So I'm pressing my feet down into the floor. I'm feeling my quads engage, my glutes engage, and my abdominals engage, right? And we're gonna hold this for a count of 4, 2, 3, 4, and relax, and press and hold, 2, 3, 4. One more time, 2, 3, 4, relax. So you can stay at this variation if that's enough of a challenge for you, right? If you would like to add on, this is what we'll do next, right? I'm gonna keep my spine nice and long, belly button stays pulled in and up. I'm gonna hinge forward slightly. As I start pressing my feet into the floor, I'm gonna stand all the way up. You know what's coming next, squats, my favorite. So we're gonna go down for a count of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and up for 1. Okay, that's gonna be our pattern through this whole class. And up. Now you don't have to go down very far. 2, 3, 4, and up. But if you want to take it a little lower, you can. So your hips almost touch the chair. And down, 2, 3, 4. Again, you can just stay sitting in your seat, just pressing your feet into the ground for a count of 4. And up. Good. One more. Nice job. And down, 2, 3, 4, and up. Very nice. Let's move on to a little hamstring work. So we're gonna, if you're still sitting in your chair, go ahead and come and join us in a standing position. You can walk to the back of your chair. I'm just gonna turn mine around so that you can see what I'm doing. All right, so I'm gonna use my chair for balance. I'm gonna have my feet about hip distance apart. So I have maybe 4 to 6 inches between my feet. All right, I'm gonna think about standing evenly on my feet so I don't have too much weight in my heels or too much weight in my toes. I'm balanced right over the middle of my foot. And just like when I was sitting on the chair, I'm gonna think about pulling my belly button in and up, right? Letting my shoulders relax down, my spine is long. And now from here, I want you to find a secret bend in your knees, right? Just like this little tiny bend, okay? We're gonna secretly shift your weight onto one foot, okay? From here, we may just slide the toes back. Let's all do that. We'll just warm up sliding the toes back and in, right? So if you're still working on your balance, right, or leg strength, maybe this is where you stay for the rest of this exercise. Okay. If you would like a little bit more challenge, we're gonna stay balanced on that one leg that's bearing weight, right? And then we're just gonna do a little hamstring curl. So you're gonna think about trying to pull your heel towards your hip, right? Now, a lot of the times we wanna do this, right? And we think, oh, more is better, right? But if we're extending at the spine, we're cheating ourselves a little bit. We wanna keep a nice flat back, right? So my hips are staying stable. Almost think about letting the tailbone be a little bit heavy. Right? Good. And now we're gonna put in that timing, right? So we're gonna curl up for 1. You're gonna almost reach down and out, 2, 3, 4. Curl up for 1, almost reach down and out, 2, 3, 4. And up, down, 2, 3, 4, belly button stays pulled in and up. Good, down and out, 2, 3, 4, nice. All right, shake it out. We gotta do the other leg. So you probably felt that hamstring working a lot. And then also, secret, a standing glute was probably working a lot too, right? So it's that kind of sneaky little work I worked in there, in that standing leg. All right, so again, find feet hip distance apart, standing nice and tall, belly button pulls in and up, spine is long, shoulders are relaxed away from the ears. We're gonna have a little bend in the knees. You're gonna secretly shift your weight onto the opposite leg now, Okay, and we're just gonna do that little warm up of reaching the toe back and in. Right, now, as you're just doing this little warm up, really think about feeling those abdominals helping keep your pelvis nice and still. So we don't wanna be doing this sort of thing, right? Nothing moving but that leg. Okay, stay there if you need to. We're gonna add our little hamstring curl, right? So tailbone feels heavy, so that pelvis is staying nice and steady. Heel is pulling towards the hip. Probably starting to feel that standing leg doing a little work here. Okay, and now that tempo challenge, all right? So we're gonna go up for 1, reach out and down, 2, 3, 4. A little fast on that one, up, reach down and out, 2, 3, 4. Good, up, almost reach out and down, 2, 3, 4. One more, 2, 3, 4. Woo, nice job, you guys. March it out. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit, we're gonna do some calf raises, all right? So again, feet hip distance apart, and we're still standing tall. All those same cues that I've been talking about throughout this class. Belly button pulls in and up, shoulders down, spine long, okay? So from here, we're just gonna do a little lift of the heels, right? Just a little lift of the heels. If you feel comfortable, you can take that lift a little higher, right? Almost rolling up onto the ball of your foot. Now, a lot of the times the ankles like to roll out, okay? So imagine like you have a quarter under the ball of your big toe, right? And as you lift the heels, you're trying to balance on those quarters, right? If you wanna really challenge your balance, if you feel comfortable, right? We got that chair there for a little help if you need it, but maybe you just reach the arms out in front. And then we're really working that balance. Good. Now, the more you keep the belly button pulled in and up and that length through the spine, the easier it will be for you to balance, right? If you're just slumped, it's a little bit harder, right? Good. Let's go for 2. Nice. And last 1. Good job, everybody. March it out. Okay, we're gonna come back to our chairs. And I want you to grab your dumbbells. If you don't have dumbbells, you can use water bottles, 2 cans, just make sure they weigh the same. And of course, at any point, if your weights start feeling really heavy, you don't have to use them. So there may be things that you put your weights down for, other things where they feel like they give you a good challenge, right? But just listen to your own body. All right, so as we come to the edge of your chair, right? Belly button pulls in and up, spine lengthens to the ceiling, shoulders relax down, right? We're gonna think about keeping our back nice and flat as we slightly hinge forward, right? You don't have to go very far. It's just enough to feel my glutes activate, my abdominals activate, right? And give me this little lean of my torso. So from here, I want you to think about, instead of just letting your arms hang, you're gonna soften your elbows. So I'm almost imagining like I'm trying to hug my arms around my legs without touching, like my legs were electrified or something and I don't wanna get shocked, right? So you're gonna make this kind of imaginary circle around your legs with your arms. You're gonna keep that shape of your arms as we do some shoulder raises, right? For the back of our shoulders. So from here, we're just gonna reach out and down. And we're gonna get into that tempo, right? So we're gonna lift up for 1, down, 2, 3, 4. It's way harder. Good, up for 1, down, 2, 3, 4. Thinking about keeping the elbows, right, flared out to the side, collarbone staying wide, up, down, 2, 3, 4. My belly button still pulled in and up, so my abdominals are active. They're supporting me in this position. Good. And again, if this one is getting really heavy, you can absolutely drop your weights. Good. Let's go 1 more. Down, 2, 3, 4. Nice work. Okay, we're gonna go into some bicep curls. So Palms are gonna turn forward. Belly button in and up, spine is lengthened, shoulders are almost gonna go back. It's almost like I'm trying to widen my collarbones. Armpits are gonna squeeze into the side of my body like I got $200 bills in my armpits. And we're just gonna curl. And of course, we're gonna go with that tempo. So down, 2, 3, 4. Up for 1, down, 2, 3, 4. Very nice. Perfect. So a lot of the times when we do our strength training, right, we just kind of let momentum take over, right? So it's not as effective, right? We don't get as much out of it as we could if we really go slow and controlled. Let's do one more. Down, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, these little 3-pound weights, or maybe your water bottles are starting to feel heavier than you would imagine, no? Okay, from here, I want you to set your weights or whatever you're using as weights off to the side for just a second. I want you to take, so my knees are at about 90-degree angles, right? My heels are right under the knees. I'm gonna take my hands on top of my legs. And as I'm sitting up nice and tall, my arms will be straight. I want you just to start pressing your hands down into your tops of your knees, okay? And we're gonna hold that for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and release. So as you're pressing into your legs, you should feel your lats activating, right? So it's those big muscles that kind of connect from under your armpit down to the sides of your ribs and your low back. Nice, and pressing 2, 3, 4, release. Good, as you're pressing down, this should also help you draw the shoulders out of your ears, right? And feel that kind of widening of the collarbone. This is really good for your posture. Let's do it one more time. Hopefully you guys can feel those muscles, those lats activating. You'll probably feel your abdominals some too. And now I want you to grab your little hand weights and you're gonna start with them on top of your knees, just where your hands were. Okay, and again, you don't have to even use your hand weights for this, right? So from here, we're again sitting tall, shoulders back, we're in that same position, right? And I want you just to pull your arms back now. So I want you to try to use those same muscles that we were feeling, right, when we were just pressing your hands into your thighs. Good. Nice. It's almost like you're just hovering, right, your weights right above your thighs as you're pulling the elbows back, right? The shoulders are staying down away from the ears, right? This time, almost imagine your shoulder blades drawing together as they slide towards the waist of your pants. Nice. Beautiful. I reversed the time count on this one a little bit, so we're pulling back for 4 and forward for 1. Let's go. Last one here. 2, 3, 4, and release. Nice work, you guys. All right. Done with, oh, just kidding. How could I forget? I almost forgot triceps. Saving the best for last. All right. Again, belly button in and up towards the spine. Spine lengthened to the ceiling, shoulders down. We're gonna find that little hip hinge one last time. Okay, so abdominals are active to keep my spine supported. And I'm almost pushing into the floor a little bit with my feet to also help support my body. Okay, so we're gonna do that row that we just did, pulling the elbows back using those muscles, letting out from under your armpit down the sides of your ribs. We're gonna keep them there, right? And now we're gonna do our little tricep kickback. So you're just gonna straighten the arms out behind you. Nice. My chair is getting in my way a little bit. I'm gonna turn to the side so that you can see, right, what that looks like. I'll just do with my one arm. Good, so abdominals are in, spine is long. Beautiful, keeping that collarbone feeling nice and wide. Good, down, 2, 3, 4. Last one. Wonderful. All right, now you can ditch your weights. Okay, sitting at the edge of your chair, we're just gonna take some nice shoulder shrugs up and down. Good. Inhale, let the shoulders float up to the ears. And down. One more like this. And one final breath in, arms reach up. And exhale to relax down. Hope you all enjoyed that workout, felt your muscles really activating. Good job doing that slow and controlled movement. And I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. We'll see you back next time.